I Am Geek. This is episode, wait for it, 292.
Wow.
And it's Leap Day.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
So it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
Secret episode.
This episode, you will not be able to hear again for 4 years.
What?
Yeah. You better listen to it when it comes out because it's going to go away and won't come back for 4 years. You're saying, Ryan, but this episode doesn't come out until Friday after Leap Day. Well, I don't know how it works. It's time.
Science.
It's very confusing. I'm Ryan, joined by my brother Chris and my good pal Katrin.
Heyo.
It's so crazy here. It's Leap Day. You never know what's going to happen on Leap Day. Never.
No, I never remember Leap Days until Leap Day, and then suddenly all the memories flush back.
That's why I think our good friend of the show, he was on Living with the Land Speeder, Kerry Gordon. He posted on his Facebook, "Hey, I'll see you in 4 years." Like posted it for himself, and then he realized later on a memory came up and said, "See you in 4 years." He goes, "I guess I did that 4 years ago."
See, you don't remember anything about this day until the next time you have this day.
Yeah. It's a crazy day. You know, they call, if you're born on leap year, you know what they call you?
Unfortunate.
They have a name. You're either called leapers or leaplings.
Oh, that's interesting.
You're one of them leaplings. You weirdo.
Our son's tutor for his French horn.
Oh,
her mom was born on Leap Day.
Her mom's dad's cousin's aunt's uncle.
And she was telling us about how they do like all these special parties for her. Like this is not her 16th birthday, but it's like her 18th birthday or something like that. Because she only she celebrates it every year, I'm sure. But it's like, but just a few years ago, she had her 16th birthday. Like officially.
How old's the daughter? I don't understand.
Her daughter's like mid-30s.
Her daughter's older than her.
Right?
Whoa,
it blows your mind, right?
That's messed up.
Can you guess how many people have estimated to be born on February 29th?
292.
None. Don't
4.1 million.
Oh, well, that's a lot.
Oh, well, that's, I mean.
And it says any chances of having a leap birthday are 1 in 1,461. I'm full of the facts about Leap Day because it's my favorite holiday.
But you never remember it's your favorite holiday until it happens.
It's not even really a holiday.
Now, if
you know who created leap year or leap day?
I don't.
Oh, well, I've got all kinds of Caesar. Julius Caesar. Yeah.
Okay.
Introduced the first leap year around 46 BC. But his Julian calendar had only one rule: any year evenly divisible by 4 would be a leap year.
I feel like he had
that created too many leap years.
Like there was some guy he knew that he just hated, whose birthday was on this day, and he was just like, you know what, screw that guy. This day only exists every 4 years.
But so he made it, but then his math didn't check out. So later, Pope Gregory the 13th sort of fixed it a little bit 1,500 years later.
Sounds like
there we go.
Caesar and Pope invent a holiday.
And it's all about the sun. It takes the earth about 365.242189 days to circle around the sun.
Yeah.
There we go.
So did you all know?
Welcome to the show all about leap year.
That's right.
Only do one show every 4 years.
Today at Firehouse Subs, if your name begins with L, E, A, or P, you get a free sub. But it's the day's over, so it's too late now.
I gotta go.
And none of our names do.
My middle name starts with an A.
No. What do you mean? My name is Paul.
No, what do you think my middle name is?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
My
Andrew.
has an L in it.
Just don't say that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all my passwords.
Ryan Andrew Street.
You just gave away all my passwords. Not really.
Oh, okay.
No, it's Andrew Ryan street password. No, it's not. So technically, it's not even every 4 years.
Oh,
technically,
yeah,
right.
Yeah. So the year 2000 was a leap year, but the years
celebrated every 4 years.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all math to me.
Yeah, I remember reading something recently that it's all out of sync. Anyways,
it's a day that doesn't legally exist. Does that mean we could just do whatever we want to on this day?
No,
exactly. It doesn't legally exist.
Don't get too excited about that, because then they can say, "Oh, we don't need to pay you for this day because it doesn't really."
I don't get paid for any days, so.
I mean, you get your iamGEEK checks, right?
No.
What?
Oh, you don't get those?
No, I don't get those.
We'll have to talk to the big man about that, I guess.
Yeah, that's weird.
Oh, this is sort of interesting. Okay, so we'll move on from leap day, but I'll just all.
Oh, I'm fascinated.
Another take claims that Queen Margaret of Scotland, which we'll talk more about Scotland later, who would have been only 5 years old at the time, so take it with a grain of salt, enacted a law setting fines for men who turned down marriage proposals from women during a leap year. It's thought that the basis for the tradition likely goes back to the time when February 29th wasn't recognized by English law, and if the day had no legal status, it was okay to break with convention and women could propose.
There you
go.
Scandalous. So, ladies
Quick,
out there,
Margaret's coming after me.
If you want your man, today is the day. You only got a few hours left.
Today's the day.
But we're not live, so so sorry.
You can't do it any other day.
Unless somebody listens to this 4 years from now.
That's true. In 4 years, there could be a lady running out of her house right now.
Yeah.
Finding a man, proposing and saying, "You have to marry me," because it's Queen Margaret said so.
Yep.
What if they're already married?
It's leap year. Anything goes.
Anything goes.
Anything goes on leap day. It's like the purge. One day every 4 years. You can marry whoever you want to. Chaos reigns. Dogs are sleeping with cats.
Women proposing to men. It's crazy.
Somebody's gonna take this little clips out of here and like, these guys are horrible. There's other traditions that put a price on saying no. If a man doesn't accept a leap year proposal, it will cost him. In Denmark, a man refusing a woman's February 29th proposal must give her a dozen pairs of guess
shoes.
What? Close gloves.
Oh.
Dozen pair of gloves.
Yeah. Oh, here you go. Dozen pair of gloves.
It's hard to go.
Last you to next leap year.
I don't know. In Finland, an uninterested gentleman must give his spurned suitor enough fabric to make a skirt.
Oh, well, that's nice.
I mean, depending on how large the.
I know it could be a lot of fabric.
It could be a lot of fabric.
This is I've never known this about leap year or leap day. So that's interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, there's even a leap year capital, the Twin Cities of Anthony, Texas, and Anthony, New Mexico. The leap year capital of the world.
Don't exist except for every 4 years.
just every 4 years. One day they exist.
Disappear into a fog at the end of the day.
They hold a 4-day leap year festival that includes a huge birthday party for all those leaplings. ID required, so it says. And
ID required.
Parentheses.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, there we go. That's sort of interesting.
It is.
That's like, was it on the Parks and Rec where Audrey Pauz's character makes all the appointments for Ron Swanson on the one day she thinks doesn't exist.
Yep, and it's legal. I should go watch that tonight. There's also a lot of proverbs, but we don't have to go into those if you want to. Leap year was ne'er a good sheep year.
Truer words I mean,
let's see.
that's because it rhymes. It makes sense.
Eno besto tutte le don cento sesto, which means in a leap year, women are erratic. Here's your proverb.
Just a leap,
proposing marriages.
Just a leap year.
They're marriage crazy that year.
There's a leap year club you can join. Okay. Well, there we go. That's leap year.
There you go. Way to go, leap year.
Just wait. 4 years from now, we're going to do that all again.
Great.
Yeah. Well,
can't wait.
I got nothing else for you.
Maybe we did it before. I don't know.
I think I ran out of stuff. No, I'm just kidding. We're just going to have some fun tonight. We don't have a guest on. There's nothing really going on in our geeky worlds right now, right? I mean, there's Madam Web.
Not a whole lot. We're going to be getting ready for Comicpalooza pretty soon.
Yes, we are. Comicpalooza is coming into May
24th, 25th, and 26th.
Yeah, I won't be there, but it should be fun.
You better be there because I will be there.
Everybody's coming in, and I'll be like, "Oh, sorry,
I'm attempting to upgrade one of my outfits. We'll see.
Oh,
one that I've done before. I'm trying to upgrade it.
Oh, the giant baby one.
The giant baby.
That's an everyday outfit.
Is it just your Deadpool with the red suit, and you're just going to put a red top hat on it or something?
Oh, I
don't know. Excellent.
That would be so funny. You're like,
it's going to be more fancy. I don't know.
And a cane.
A cane.
That if he wasn't doing that, I think he's doing it now.
Tag around it.
Yes.
I'm trying to think which one you're going to upgrade.
You need to check it out.
You've only had like 2 outfits.
I know. So which one?
Either Deadpool or Master Roshi.
I've had 3. I've had 3.
What was the third one?
There's Deadpool, Master Roshi, and then what's his face? Or Mandalorian.
Oh yeah, you sure did. The comedian.
The comedian guy.
Yeah, Barb.
From Boston or whatever.
Yeah.
That guy.
I totally forgot about that one.
I go on talk shows and just yell about stuff. That guy.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Katrin, have we saw some pictures of you maybe getting some stuff or a costume?
I am beginning to get my costume together. I was very excited. We went to an antique store and bought part of mine. Only $7 for
it's antique.
The item that I purchased for mine. I should have done this beforehand, but I then went to Amazon to find the rest of what I need to buy. And it's going to cost me around $50 to make what I want to make.
Wait.
Yeah.
How?
Because there's all these spacers that I need to get there to put on it. And then the wire. So I don't have any wire like that. Multicolor wire. I don't have the little adapter or the, what do you call those? The thing you put on the terminal connections. I need to put those on there. I'm buying some, what do you call them? They're not capacitors, but resistors that are large that are going to go on there. And this stuff is all only like $5 to $10 a piece, but it's just like it just adds up.
I'm pretty sure I could, I won't spoil what it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can make that right now with just stuff I have laying around here.
Not to screen accurate for what I'm.
Well, anytime there's and my wife hates me for this. Anytime there's something that gets broken, like a thing, I go. And she goes, well, let's throw it away. I'm like, oh, no, first I need to rip it apart.
Yeah.
And take all the pieces out of it.
I know.
I've got wires and everything laying around.
I thought I would have it, but the wires are tricky because I want to get specific colors based on the pictures I've seen. And then the spacers, again, it's all cheap, separate. Yeah. It's just when you add it all up, it ends up being at least $30 to $40. And then I had to find this special resistor that I've never seen before, but it's huge. And I luckily found some that were super cheap on eBay that are coming soon that will make it look really good. I could have just found things to put on there.
Yeah.
But with what I'm going to get, Well, they might have. What I'm going to get will make it look more screen accurate. So.
Here's the one thing that I've learned about this community, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody because my costume goes with your costume.
That's right.
I've learned from this community that they're like, hey, we just want you to have fun. Because I'm like, can I do this? Because it's not really screen accurate. And they're like, we don't care. It's all about fun. It's all about, but Star Wars community, on the other hand, it's like, well, if it's not exactly screen accurate, then you cannot be a part of us. And it's like, whoa, sorry.
So I get that, but I would like it to look as close to screen accurate as possible because it will look like junk if you don't do certain parts of it right, I think. And there's a few things that I might have to do to get it right. The rest of that costume, this is just the top part of the costume, right? The rest of it, I think I'm going to have to like fudge it and just make it sort of like what he was, because what he was wearing is going to be too hot for Texas. So I'm going to make it a more acceptable to.
But you already have one of the pieces. It's
not. No, I don't actually, because what he was wearing was a long sleeve button down shirt and then a yellow fleece pullover underneath that. So brown.
Your Johnny 5 costume is going to be awesome.
Johnny 5 is alive.
People are like, what is he talking about?
I thought he had multiple different outfits, and one of them is one that you actually have.
No, it's not. It's
not with what he's going.
Yeah. Right. So I'm going to make a modified version that is Texas appropriate. For warm weather, and I'll be comfortable because the main showpiece will be hopefully
it's on your head.
It'll be on my head, and then that I still have to find some other parts that I haven't found yet, so it's going to be over $50 for the stupid thing.
It's going to be a really nice.
It don't. I mean, it's not fault.
You could have just worn my extra outfit and been done with it.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I haven't bought anything yet. I'm holding out.
You should have you should get the velour outfit he wears.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a very modified version of that. It's more about the headpiece. So
there we go.
So there you go.
Just like Robert Jr. from My Blue Heaven.
Yes,
and I guess from what Chris is saying, he's not going to go with our theme.
Nope.
No, I'm not. No, different. I'm not conforming.
Again, this is what Chris, for all our listeners and stuff, when we go to a convention like Comicpalooza, Chris wants to be the queen of the ball. He wants to stick out from the rest of us. He wants everybody saying, please, let me take your picture. Can I just be in your presence? So we go, let's do a group costume. And we're like, yeah, we're on board. And then we get there and Chris is like, oh, I'm sorry. I got confused and I wore this elaborate costume instead. And then Katrin and I just sit on the sidelines with our costumes that don't make sense anymore.
None of them have been elaborate.
Not elaborate, just really good. I did get one picture last year with somebody that I was dressed up like Cobra Kai Commander with my Cobra Commander helmet and Cobra Kai shirt. And Storm Shadow came over and wanted his picture with me, so that was exciting. And I missed the opportunity to go over to Sergeant Slaughter and get my picture. I should have
I think I'm going to bring multiple
outfits last year.
What?
I think you got more pictures taken.
Oh, I did.
You did. Red Hood?
Yeah, with Red Hood.
Sorry, that was 2 years ago. Yeah. So it wasn't last year. That was 2 years ago. When
last year I didn't. We didn't really dress up.
We didn't do anything.
Basically, last year we walked in, we did our show, we walked the floor, then we're like, yeah, what do you think? No, let's go. And we went to Target.
Preacher wasn't there. He's our glue.
Yeah. I did put on my.
We have nothing in common otherwise. So
I put on my Andor prison outfit and just walked through the Star Wars area, and then we left.
Oh,
I was going one way out.
Nobody was joining in.
I ran out. I'll probably bring a Star Wars outfit this year too, because I think our pal Derek's coming too, and he loves Star Wars, so he'll probably do something Star Warsy.
So, and also one of the things that they told us is that they're going to have more events on Friday and Saturday nights that they want us to be part of. So we may have to see what we can figure out there. I've been thinking about this. I do have a Star Wars trivia book that is very difficult. So we could do a trivia night or something like that. And
very difficult. That's funny.
It is. Like,
I'm just kidding. I'm just being silly.
Like, I almost want to go and fact check some of this. I'm like, where did you get this information? I don't know about this. I don't know what this is. This is made up. It's some of it, and it's separated into the different eras, we'll say.
Yeah.
And I believe some of it you'd even have to like read books, not just watch the shows or watch the movies.
Probably.
And so, which I think is perfect for a pop culture Comicpalooza that hopefully there's people there that are super nerdy about it, so they might be interested in it. So it might be something we could do, especially if we want to mix our two shows, the Living with the Land Speeder and iamGEEK, to do one big show.
We'll probably pick a attraction to do or something. I don't know.
We'll do that for a live show. And
Anyways, here we go. Back to leap year.
Back to our leap year
one day to
coverage.
do this every 4 years.
This just in.
It's leap year.
We got a woman calling in. Okay, she wants to propose to Chris.
You guys, my favorite podcast.
Yes. I don't want to have to buy like several pairs of gloves.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it.
You can always get out of it later.
It's 12 pairs of gloves.
I mean, once leap year's done, like I can call that off.
Yeah. I mean, anybody can say yes on a leap day. Just next day, you can be like,
the day doesn't exist anymore after
I didn't say anything. You must be imagining things. There was no legal day. Yeah.
It's perfect.
Oh,
perfect.
I am building a droid backpack that I'll probably bring to
that'll be cool.
Comicpalooza. That's based on Rise of the Resistance. So if you haven't been on that ride, you should.
You should.
You should go right now.
You should go.
What are you doing?
All right, so movies really haven't started coming out, so we don't really have any movies to talk about. Bad Batch should start back, but I don't think anybody else watched it but me, so I'm going to talk about that. Yeah. It's been pretty good. I'll tell you that. It's been pretty good this season. My son loves it. And then my wife and my daughter went to her sister's baby shower, which is weird. I don't know why they like gather all these people around to watch a baby take a shower. It's sort of weird.
I don't know. Kind of weird.
Especially if that baby doesn't exist yet. I don't know.
I know. It's like
they make like an effigy or something
Yeah, it's like a piñata.
They
must have another piñata of it that they bust up and there's water that comes out.
Oh, that would be great. They should do that. They should have a piñata of the mom.
With gosh, like the big belly. No.
Wow. That's amazing.
Like the candy. Like,
yes.
Comes out like Twizzlers and like
Twizzlers.
See, one of us in here have never had children.
What do you mean? That's the
I've never had children either.
My wife has not been present for the birth of a child. There's no Twizzlers.
Like you have to put like a doctor's mask like over your eyes for hitting the piano.
Yes.
Like
man, this is a great idea. We should sell this.
Oh god.
It should be done. Like I don't know why it's not being done.
Can we not have my name on this?
It would probably help with the labor process too. Sometimes women have problem going. They tell them to like jump around or whatever it is, or hit or run,
like breathe, like
and
then swing.
Instead, they're just like swinging, and it's like, oh, my water.
They didn't take. I suggested something for the baby shower, like I actually did, and they did not want my suggestion. I suggested you get diapers, fill them with chocolate pudding, and then you have to eat out of them.
See, that would go perfect with a pregnant piñata.
I was told, because she doesn't listen to this podcast, so who cares? That she wanted an old lady, or I was an old lady baby shower.
Oh,
it's the way it was described to me.
Oh.
Anyways, so they were gone.
No piñata.
Out of state. So Grant and I was here, and I said, "Hey, buddy, you're 9 years old.
Uh-oh.
Getting up there.
Whoa.
Time to get a job.
Time to get a job. No.
Gotta show you how to make crystals.
Well, first I was like, yeah. I've got like 8 orders. iamGEEK shop, Etsy. Get all your comic crystal need. There's new ones coming out soon. Anyways, I said, you want to watch a movie? Like a movie we haven't seen before? And he goes, yeah. And I'm like, you want to watch Harry Potter? And he was like, ooh, can I watch Harry Potter? And I thought about waiting until he's a little older, like do it like they did in the movies, like, oh, you're 11 now. Blah, blah. But then I was like, no, we need to watch the movies first. And then when he turns 11, maybe we can go to the Wizarding World.
Live Harry Potter.
Live Harry Potter. So I thought we'll just watch one. So we watched the first one night, and we went. I was like, we're gonna have fun with this. We're going to get Harry Potter candy. So I found out where we could get some. Like Five Below has it, like a ton of it.
Oh,
a ton of it.
I was gonna say Walgreens usually has it, but
yeah. So Five Below had it. I just Googled it, and it was like the first one that came up. I was like, oh, that works. So we got chocolate frogs. We got gummy slugs. We got little butterbeer candies. And then we got the Bernie Bott's every flavor bean.
I'll say you ought to get the the Bean Boozled. Put those in there.
No, they had the real ones from Harry Potter.
I mean, those are all perfect things that would go in the pregnant piñata.
Exactly.
Anyway,
those things just like
yep, frogs.
So our mother was here, and I said, "Hey, you want a jelly bean?"
Oh no!
First one she picks is dirt, and she's like, "Just say sorry." I'm like, "Oh, that was dirt." And then my son, he picked earwax.
Oh,
and grass. And vomit, I think.
So these were like Bean Boozled then.
Oh yeah, they're nasty. And then I picked one, and it was like blueberry. I was like,
good.
Oh, yes. And that's when I ate. I was like, not eating anymore.
Did you blow up like a blueberry?
Yeah. They had black pepper. Yeah, it was gross. Like vomit. Like rotten eggs. They have rotten eggs.
No. That's one reason why I don't like to eat other people's jelly beans that they offer. It's like, you don't know what they're gonna give you.
But so we waited. We got all the candy. Yes. And then they also had, it's not Harry Potter candy, but you know those Kinder eggs?
Yeah.
Right now they have Harry Potter toys in them. So we got
perfect.
So that was fun. It was like little Funkos. So I got the candy all together in a bowl, and I said, okay, we're not eating it yet, because he's like, I want to eat it now. I was like, we're waiting. So we waited till the scene where they get on the train, and then the trolley comes by. And then I'm like, okay, here's your frog. Here's this. Now you can try this. And so we did all that, and he loved the frogs because he's like the cards that come in them. They come with a wizard card, and he didn't realize at first that if you turn them, they're sort of holographic and they move and stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, what's this card moving for? I'm like, it's magic. So he loves those. So the next day he was like, oh, can we get another frog? Because I want another card. And we did get the Bernie Bots. We know what he looks like now. We got his card.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then some other words.
Eat him and know what he looks like now.
Yeah. We can say, you're the one that made earwax. And it tells a story on the back why he did it and everything. So we watched the first one, and then the next day I was like, we can go do something else. He had a basketball game, so we went and which they won 24-16.
Oh, way to go, Grant.
Yeah.
Way to go, kid.
Yeah. I mean, he's 6 feet tall and he's only 9 years old, so he's not 6 feet tall. Anyways, and I said, what do you want to do after basketball? And he goes, can we watch the next Harry Potter? So we watched we ended up that whole weekend, we watched 4 of them, I think.
Oh, wow.
The last one we watched was the Goblet of Fire.
Okay.
And he's like invested. And then my wife and my daughter came back, and he goes, I want to watch another one. I'm like, she's really too young. My wife. To watch it, so we'll have to wait till we can watch another one. But he's just like, I want to finish it. But now it's getting sort of, they're in their teenage years, and it's getting a little more crazy. So
hormones.
But he was loving them. He was like, this is great because I like these. So it was fun. We had a good time.
Well, good.
Did you know that the person that plays Moaning Myrtle in the movie, when they filmed it, she was 30 years old.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh!
Yeah, she was in Bridget Jones' Diary.
Wow,
crazy.
Yeah, she was in her 30s.
She's like in there with Harry in the bathtub, and she's like, "Hey there, Harry."
Makes it super creepy.
It's like I'm 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes it super creepy. Anyway, so we had fun. So I'm looking forward to watching more, finishing the story. And I think my wife has now started. She said, "Do we have the Harry Potter books?" And I'll read them to him at bedtime. And I was like, "I don't think we do." And then I hear like through the door, "And then Harry," and I'm like, "Oh, she just got the audio version." So they're
good. The audiobooks are good. I'll listen to one of them. They're good.
Well, they're listening to them because she sort of got, the FOMO and not watching the movies with her. Because I asked her, I said, "You don't have to wait?" And she's like, "No, I don't care." And then he was so excited. She's like, "Oh, I wish I'd watch them." Okay, so also, Houston Rodeo started. For those that care,
Heyo,
it's the largest rodeo in the country, maybe.
Probably.
But my wife wanted to go because of opening night. They have concerts every night. Blake Shelton was there.
Look at him.
If you know, you know.
Some beach.
Voice. So it was a good concert. But see, I grew up with Gwen Stefani.
You grew up with her?
I didn't meet her.
Did you know her?
Meet her when you grew up?
I thought you grew up with Chris. I thought he was
in the
Hollaback. Same house.
That was written because of me.
Ain't no holler back, girl.
Yeah, the banana song. That was me too. No, I grew up with her.
I'm
music.
just a girl. That was yours too, right?
Yeah, that was definitely.
No, I grew up with her music, not Blake Shelton's music, because I didn't know who Blake Shelton was until when I saw him on The Voice first time. I was like, "Who's this guy?" No clue. Yeah, no clue. Anyways, so I was like, telling my wife, I was like, "I wonder if Gwen's gonna be there," because they're an item now.
They are an item.
Bit of an item.
And I saw that she was in Galveston to christen a new cruise ship, and I'm like, maybe she'll show up.
Maybe she'll show up.
Cool. So we're sitting there in our seats. They bring the stage out. It was after they bring the stage out while they're doing the mutton busting, where they bring 5-year-olds out and put them on the back of sheep and just let the sheep take off with them. Which is crazy until they fall off. And it was that was wild in itself, because you was like, and here's little Timmy, he wants to be a doctor. Here's little Susie, she wants to be a pop star. Like none of them were like, I want to be a rodeo star. It's like,
get me off of this thing.
Yeah. So they're like, go, and then the sheep just like slams them to the ground, and they get up like all in a daze, and they pick them up and put them in front of the camera. They're like, smile for the camera.
How do you feel?
I was like, oh, like some of them are bawling their eyes out and stuff. So while they're setting up the stage, that's going on. And then so the thing starts, this car comes out because it's in the middle of all this dirt and stuff where animals have pooped and stuff. Because it's a rodeo. Blake gets out of the car goes back, he starts singing. And then I notice the car doesn't leave, it just sort of hangs out the back. And I'm like, Jennifer, I bet Gwen's in that car. She's like, oh no, what do you think? I'm like, Gwen Stefani's in that car, and she's gonna come out. And then he finishes the song, the lights go down, and I see the car coming out. Nobody notices it. I'm like, it's happening.
It's happening.
It's happening. She gets out of the car, goes up on stage in all of her glory, and they sing 2 songs together. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Changed his life.
I was excited to see her there. So that's cool. So it was great. And then he's funny though. If you ever watched The Voice, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
So he said he didn't talk until after she came out. He goes, I like to talk, and I didn't want to ruin the surprise, so I just kept my mouth shut and sang songs. And then he started talking, and he goes, at the end of his set, he had one more song left or something. He goes, I've been here. I forget how many times he's been to the rodeo. He goes, I just want to know one thing. Who in the world goes to a rodeo and watches a country concert on a Tuesday night? don't you all have jobs in the morning? And then he goes, I'll tell you who does that. Bunch of hillbillies, that's who. And then he sang a song, Hillbilly Bone or something like that. It was funny though. It was like, who in the world?
Nice.
So we had a good time at the rodeo.
That's good.
Yeah.
I've seen Blake Shelton kind of in concert before.
Kind of?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it was. You can call it a concert. I guess.
It was a baby shower.
Let's call it a concert.
Let's call it a concert. Why not? No. When we lived in LA, we went to the mall. It was around Christmas, and we were like getting some Christmas presents or whatever. And we're walking through the mall, and this guy comes up to us and like hands us his CD. He's like, "Hey, you want to go to a free concert?" We're like, what do you mean?
Like candy?
Yeah.
Like
yeah. And then we put
piñatas?
in a van and we weren't seen from again. No, he was just like, yeah, out back in the parking lot, just go straight back there. Here's a free CD. And he gave us a CD, and it was Blake Shelton's Christmas album. And we went back into the parking lot. They set up this big stage. And Blake Shelton came out and did like a concert and like had someone from, I guess, one of his voice people, like one of the people he was like training or whatever. I don't know. I don't watch the show. She sang with him. And, it was out of nowhere.
Was Gwen there?
Gwen wasn't there.
Yeah, well,
he wasn't together with Gwen then yet.
Oh, okay. Well,
he wasn't with her yet.
So. Makes sense. Yeah, that was a while back.
He was probably with Miranda Lambert at the time.
Ugh. I don't know.
So,
yes.
I've been to a concert in the mall before in Nashville at Tower Records. Remember, there used to be this thing called Tower Records.
It was like an 1128 concert or something.
It was Nickel Creek.
Oh,
and that was a really cool concert because it was a super small crowd, and it was just really cool to see them. And then we ended up running into the guitar player at a coffee shop one night. We were just at this coffee shop, and it's like, because we lived in Nashville for a little bit, and he played cards with us. And
I think I've heard that story before.
Yeah, Greg Jones was with us, and he's like, "Aren't you in a band or something?" I was like, "Yeah, it was great." But it was super.
Cool. Introduce you to my friend. He was in band.
Yeah, he was cool. He was quiet, but it was a lot of fun. But the concert, man, that was great. I would love to see them again.
Well, guess who's coming to Houston?
I don't know. Nickelback.
Nickel Creek.
Nickel Creek. Yeah. They're touring right now. So
November. They're coming with Musgrave.
Yeah. Kelly Musgrave.
Something like that. Yeah.
I don't know.
So we may try to get tickets. It's like not until November. But I was like all excited when I saw on Instagram. They're like, yeah, we're opening for her or whatever. I'm like,
nice.
So what you're saying, I can go see you guys.
That's right.
And then beat the crowd and leave early.
A couple weekends before Comicpalooza, we're going to go to a Kenny Chesney concert.
Nice.
Sorry. Good.
I don't know why you don't like Kenny Chesney.
I'm just kidding.
Every time. I'm sorry.
I do. It's such a running joke now.
Listen to Kenny Chesney. I'm sorry.
It's just a running joke. I've seen, like, I was in the bluegrass program at East Tennessee State University, and his picture was on the wall. Every time we went in, there he was
on the book.
Yeah, he was on the book.
Yeah,
had a little shrine to him. Yeah, Kenny Chesney. But then anytime somebody goes, Kenny Chesney, where'd you go to college? Oh, that would be the University of Tennessee.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't talk about East Tennessee State
like a jerk.
Yeah.
So there you go. He's on my bad list.
On the bad list.
Sorry.
I'm glad you get to see him.
Yeah. I like
what's your favorite song?
There's
so many.
I love them all. I celebrate his whole.
I really all of them are like as one song. No, I like You and Tequila. I like that.
Michael Bolton.
You and Tequila? Is that about you and McGregor drinking tequila?
Yeah. You and McGregor drinking tequila. Yeah.
It's about sheep, actually.
You and Tequila make me crazy.
You and Ewan does make people crazy.
That's good. Anything he does with Jimmy Buffett is always good, because that's how I was a fan of Jimmy Buffett, and then like kind of led me to Kenny Chesney, and I didn't really listen to country at the time. Kenny Chesney kind of led me into more country. So
you're more of a Might Be Giants fan.
Yeah, I growing up as a kid, I listened to 60s and 70s music, and then when I transitioned to high school, it was They Might Be Giants and like Elvis Costello. And then like college, like I would listen to whatever Jenny was listening to, which was probably like, I don't know, Kylie Minogue. And I'm listening to like 80s and 90s music now. So
I'm just getting caught up
behind. Yeah.
Don't worry about going to the zeros. I mean, just go back and start back over and go to like the 40s or something.
I was listening to like a Dua Lipa thing or something.
It's like those are Legos. It's for like preschoolers.
Okay.
Right?
I like Selena Gomez's cooking show. I don't know.
She does have some good music, some good songs. I heard one the other day and I was like, oh, I remember that song. It's good. Speaking of They Might Be Giants, I was listening to another podcast. Friend of the show, Tim Tracker.
Wow.
Has a new podcast called That Tracks. Tim and this other guy. I forget that guy's name. Sorry.
His name is
Nick. It's Nick something.
Yeah. Nick that.
He's Theme Park Dad on Instagram, I believe. Anyways, every show, it's a brand new show. They've only got a few. He opens, Tim Tracker opens with That Tracks, but he takes, this show's all about blah, 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 which it's not about. And he found a club in North Carolina or Virginia or somewhere that was called Tracks, and goes, this show's all about the club Tracks and blah, 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 where They Might Be Giants played once. And he went into all this like They Might Be Giants lingo, like words from songs and stuff. And his co-host is like, what are you talking about? He goes, you don't know They Might Be Giants? And he's like, no clue who you're talking about. And I'm like, oh,
he may know the hot dog song on.
Well, they said, do you know the Mickey Mouse Club song? And he goes, which one? And he sang a little bit of it. He goes, oh yeah, I know that one. He goes, that's They Might Be Giants. And he goes, surely you know Istanbul, not Constantinople. And he's like, no clue what you're talking about. And I'm like, you need to get rid of this guy now.
I would imagine most people I know have never heard of him. No, I don't know that I would have, except from hanging out with you guys in college. Yeah, and because I never heard of him until y'all introduced me to him.
But his co-host doesn't know a lot of things. Early. So a lot of things. He's like, you never heard of that? Like stuff like, I guess it's the age gap because they're like a decade apart. So I feel like he was asking, oh, this is another podcast. Why am I talking? Just go listen to That Tracks. It's really funny. It's really good. It's like us. They just sort of chat about stuff.
Yeah, there's someone I know that's 10 years different from me, and I'll say something and they'll be like, I'm like, you don't ever like, just jeez.
Also, little news: Epcot Flower and Garden Festival started this week. So
exciting!
There's like, I read that there's like a billion, like over well, maybe not a billion.
100,000 billion trillion.
Boy.
There's a gazillion of them.
Infinity.
No, about how many flowers they actually use that thing. I was just like, it's
probably a large number, I imagine.
Yeah,
it's hold on, I got it right here. 30 million, not a billion. 30 million.
A little off.
That's a lot.
That's close. A lot.
Close.
Yeah.
Close.
30 million flowers at the Flower and Garden Festival, which is a fun festival, but it's like one of the longer lasting ones because the arts one just ended. It was only for like a couple months.
Well, they have to wait for the flowers to die. I mean, it's going to take a while.
Yeah. It lasts through June, July, somewhere in there. I think June.
And then they rip out all the flowers and gardens.
And get ready for the food and
burn them down. Just burn it all down.
Yep. That's what they do. Anyway, so that started. So if you like that kind of stuff, go to Epcot.
Go to Epcot.
Go
getting more
ride
expensive though
while you're there.
Yeah. All right. Something has caught my attention this week on TikTok that I think we should talk about a little bit. There's, I know Chris is a big Wonka fan, especially he loves Timothy Chalamet.
Well, I mean the original. I mean, it's good. I haven't seen the new one, so I can't.
You need to see the new one. It's really good. There was a company, which the company's name was like something bizarre. Anyways, like you should have known by the name of the company because it was something like something Illuminati or something weird like that.
Yes, it was. Yeah, something to do with Illuminati.
Yeah. So they advertised this Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory experience. Your kids could come, go into the chocolate factory, and
very elaborate looking.
Very elaborate. All done with AI. You could tell.
You can tell. Yeah.
Yeah. The words were like all not real words, like made up words that AI put in. It wasn't like imagination. It was like some other weird imagination.
Illuminati Nation.
So I think they charged like, I don't know, 45 pounds, whatever. I don't know how much, what that is in dollars.
Heavy.
And all these kids, all these parents signed up for it to bring their kids. They came on trains, cars from all over.
Automobiles.
Yes. Boats, alpacas. They enter this what's supposed to be this elaborate chocolate factory to this old rundown warehouse that looks like Party City. Gave them some supplies. There was an old table with a quarter cup of lemonade and one jelly bean for each kid. And they made up this character called the Unknown, a chocolate maker that lives in the walls that's here to steal all the chocolate.
So creepy.
The actors that were hired, they got the scripts the day before and they realized this was definitely all AI. Like the scripts were just a mess. They got there, they saw the place, they realized, yeah, we're probably not getting paid for this, but we don't want to let the kids down because they're going to do it with or without us, so we'll keep going. And the family showed up and they called the police on the people. Which I just want the phone call coming into the police. Hello? Yes. It's not 911. I don't know what it is there.
I don't know.
411.
411. I don't know. What's your emergency? Okay, so here's the deal. We're at this chocolate factory and there's no chocolate and our kids are crying and there's a guy in a mask who's the unknown. We want our money back. I mean, that's sort of, I guess, how it went.
I guess.
It's an interesting British accent. It's
Scottish.
It's Scottish.
But now it's like blown up and they're like, the actors are all being interviewed. Today, there was a action figure of the Unknown unveiled that somebody made that you could get. You can get merchandise for it now. It's like they're calling it the Fry Fest or whatever? The Fry Fest of chocolate.
Fire Fest.
Fire Fest of chocolate. It was a mess, but so many good immersive things here lately, and then this.
45 pounds would be $56.85.
There you go.
Oh gosh.
Yes, correct.
There you go.
The Oompa Loompa looked like she had a hangover.
Oh, there are memes all over the place of her right now.
Yeah. It's just
poor Oompa Loompa.
I think some of the props look decent.
If they were like,
they were just separate. Right. If they had backgrounds to go with them instead of just a black partition behind it, it could have been
you have like broken windows all up top.
Yeah.
Clearly broken.
They had a good start, but it definitely was not what was advertised. So I thought the chocolate bar looked kind of cool. It's like, it'd be cool to get your picture by, but it's
somebody
like
found where they rented. Yeah, they rented all those from this company.
It's fine.
It's like,
that makes sense.
Should not have rented a little more.
Yeah.
Well, in their defense, the space they thought was a lot smaller.
No,
when they got there, it's just like, no.
Well, there's supposed to be this tunnel that the kids would walk through that had the night sky above them, and all it was checkered board plastic tablecloths that were just thrown over their heads. It was amazing. You guys, if you're listening, check it out.
Yeah.
You know what they could have used there?
Madam Web.
No, pregnant piñata.
That would have been amazing.
That would have saved them all, and the chocolate come out of it.
I guess
with some jelly beans.
Yeah,
amazing. I thought if they were showing like Madam Web on the screen, like in the back, like once you got through, you could watch Madam Web.
Like nobody else is watching it. So.
There was an article that came out today that one of the actresses, or she's an actress or something else, is blaming she's blaming us, basically, men.
What?
That's why the movie didn't do good, because men were seeing the movie. There we go.
That makes sense.
So it's made for women to only watch? Is that what she said?
I don't know.
That's not how it was advertised.
No.
That's not how it was.
From the people that brought you Venom, I'm like, Venom,
right?
Okay, all right.
This could be good.
What should have
maybe Spider-Man will be in it or something?
Yeah, should have like told people it was going to be a bad? They didn't start with the creator of from the producers of Spider-Man. They started from the producer of Uncharted. Oh yeah, and a Spider-Man thing and Venom. So Uncharted was their headline. That should have tipped you off right there. Not saying that Uncharted was bad.
No, I like it.
But what should have just tipped them off is it's a Spider-Man movie from Sony. I mean,
look, my watch just found Uncharted official trailer.
There you go.
Siri just found it.
I didn't mind Uncharted the movie.
I liked it. No, I'm just saying, like, it's not like if you have.
But it wasn't a blockbuster.
Yeah, like Uncharted, and then below that Spider-Man, and then below that Venom. Yeah, would have been like, stop, Siri. I'm not talking to you.
She found that on Madam Web.
I have not seen Madam Web, but I've seen long clips of it.
Yeah,
and they baffle me. They baffle me. Like, how did that get made?
It's basically, yeah.
Basically,
what I'm thinking.
There's a piñata and it had a bunch of phrases in
it. And they just beat the piñata, and it's just like,
I'll say this now,
Madam Web. Well, I mean, Sony needs to keep their licensing of these characters. In order to do that, they have to make a movie. Yeah. So they're just like, let's make a movie in no time flat. Who cares what it looks like?
Man,
we'll write it off if it's bad.
But here's some lines. Tell me, I'm gonna read some stuff. Tell me if you think this was in the movie.
Yeah. Taken out of context, of course.
When your heart starts back up again, you're fine.
Oh, that's definitely the movie.
Yeah, that's a line for the movie. Yeah. It was said by Cassie Webb during the family barbecue. Because she's supposed to be an EMT or something, and
EMT that doesn't want to help people, apparently.
Yeah. If your heart starts back up, you're fine. They're teenagers now, but in the future,
they won't be teenagers.
They'll be.
Yeah, that's the line from the movie. Like that's why the bad guy basically says, I can hurt them because in the future they're not teenagers. The girls were never your future. I was. That's what she responds. Cassie Webb. When you take on the responsibility, great power will come.
No, with great power. No,
it's like they fed the actual line to an AI and it's just like, reword this for us.
Maybe they did. They're like, we'll really do this and see how bad it is.
That one just cracks me up. I want that on a t-shirt. When you take on responsibility, great power will come. You know the best thing about the future? It hasn't happened yet.
Boom.
Boom.
That's how the movie.
Mic.
That's how the movie ends.
Oh,
That's the last line of the movie.
Wow. Spoiler.
Mic. Yeah.
It is just a voiceover at the end.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, but I just don't. I don't know. I either peed myself or my water broke. Speaking of pregnant stuff, that's a line from the movie.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched Morbius. I'll probably watch this as well.
I've heard that it's the funniest movie of the year, and it's not a comedy. So I don't know. I mean, they all can't be good, I guess.
If you want to feel better about yourself, watch this movie.
Watch this movie.
Well, just don't pay for it to watch it.
No, don't pay for it.
Yeah.
Definitely don't pay for it.
No, definitely not gonna pay for it.
Yeah.
Well, if you watch it on Disney Plus or something, or wherever it comes out. Yeah.
Kind of like Netflix, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but if you're gonna watch Netflix, watch Airbender.
Airbender.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I watched it. Oh, I haven't finished it, but I'm still very confused, and I was hoping you can help me with this because I know you're a big Avatar fan.
I watched all of the.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got some questions, and then it'll be about time to end. This has been a very random episode. Okay, so I'm very confused so far, and I've watched, I don't know, 3 or 4 episodes. No blue people have appeared. There's no getting it on with tails. There's no fracking involved. No banshees.
That all comes in season 2.
Yeah. So far, I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is like, I had to check. I'm like, am I watching Captain Planet or what is it? I don't.
Yeah, no. Season 1, like by following the cartoon, it's split up into sections. Season 1 is water.
Oh.
Season 2 is blue sex. And then season 3 is blue sex in the water.
Wow. The way of water.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm just kidding. I knew it wasn't about that. I've really enjoyed it. I don't know anything about Avatar: The Last Airbender. Never watched the. Is it anime? I don't even know.
I mean, people call it anime. It was, but it like technically, like for me, anime comes from like Japan, right?
This came from Nickelodeon, right?
This came from Nickelodeon.
That's funny.
But I mean, it's done in an anime style, I guess. That's why people call it anime. I just call it a cartoon. But.
Yeah, but I didn't know anything about it, so I went into it completely, blank slate, and I've really enjoyed it so far. And then I read reviews, and it was like, I guess it was from fans of the original, and they're like, "This is horrible," blah, blah. And I'm like, "Oh, maybe I just because I don't know anything about it, it's fine with me because I've enjoyed it."
Yeah,
I'm a fan of the cartoons. I've enjoyed this. They definitely did. I mean, condense stuff down because it's only a certain amount of episodes, so they've kind of condensed stuff. For some reason, they did take one thing that happens in season 2 and put it in this season. I think it was just to give a couple of characters something to do while another character was doing this other thing. Because even when this, because it's a really weird thing, especially if it just kind of pops up in the middle and you don't expect it.
Yeah.
Because like Jenny was watching it, she's like, "What is happening? What are we watching now?" Like, oh yeah, they just kind of like threw it in here.
Okay, so if you're listening, you don't want spoilers. It's not really a spoiler, but can you explain to me the old man that's like one of the kings or whatever?
Oh, Uncle Iroh?
So how old is he? The with the white armpit hair.
Like a Boomy. You mean Boomy? Boomy's over 100. He's over 100.
Wow.
Okay, and he says he's over 100. That he's lived that long because he just ate right.
Yeah,
is that what he said in the show?
Good living. Yeah,
good living. But he still jumps all over the place and does crazy. Does he have power? Does he have like power? He's got the earth powers, right?
Yeah, he's an earthbender. Yeah.
Okay. And they were friends when they were kids.
Mm-hmm.
And so the airbender was in ice for like 100 years, or how long was it? Okay.
Yeah, for 100 years.
Okay. I've liked it so far. I still think the guy that travels with the airbender, the kid, teenager.
Sokka?
I don't know. He reminds me of Shark Boy. Like just the way he acts and stuff. If you remember Shark Boy and Lava Girl from long ago, I was like, it's Shark Boy. So I've enjoyed it. I forget how many episodes there are. I don't remember either. But I think it's a show. I like this kind of show. I like this kind of show, and I wish there were more shows like this because it's just a fun show with just like powers and just adventure and fun. There's no agenda behind it that I know.
And I mean, and if you like this, I would suggest, like listeners, and you haven't watched the cartoon, I would suggest go and watch the cartoon because I mean it does go.
The animated series.
The animated series. I go watch the animated series because it does go. There's more detail and it does go into some stuff a little bit more. And but I mean, it's well like voice acted. The person that plays Zuko, the firebender guy with the scar on his face, that's Rufio in the animated series.
In the animated series,
he does the voice.
Does it explain how he gets the scar on his face ever? Or
yeah, it will explain that.
Huh. Do you want to know how I got this scar on my face? Joker.
You want to know how I got these scars?
Yeah. How?
Oh, it's just shaving.
Really bad at it then. Anyways. Yeah, so I would suggest that. I guess that's our watch you streaming.
Yeah, there you go. Watch
That's better. Go watch that. If you need something to watch The Bad Batch. Watch that. There's a new season of Survivor on. I haven't seen Survivor in years, but I know somebody that's on it.
Wow.
Maybe I could talk her into coming on here one day.
Ooh, there you go.
Once the show's over.
Yeah. She did good. Her team won last night. Her tribe. So she didn't get voted off. So she made it past the first week.
Yay.
That's amazing.
Did they eat anything horrible? Like I don't remember much about that.
Well, here's the thing with her, which is funny because she's on Survivor. She is allergic to everything.
Oh, okay. That shouldn't be a problem.
So, like, they're eating coconut and they're like, oh, this is so good. And she's just standing there. Her name's Liz Wilcox. And they're like, do you want some? And she's like, yeah, I'm allergic to it. They're like, oh, we feel so bad.
That's terrible.
More for us. So, yeah. But the guy that got voted off was an idiot. He quit everything that he tried. And then at tribal council, he's like, I just want everybody to know I'm in this 100%. And then Jeff was like, except for that one task? He's oh, yeah, except for that one. And that other task? Oh, yeah, that one too. But everything else, 100%. I'm in this. And they're like, wonder who we're going to write down. So, yeah. There we go. Well, this has been a weird episode, but it's leap year, so it has to be a weird episode. So 4 years from now, you can come back to this episode and be like, man, that was a weird episode.
But this one is even weirder than the next one.
Yeah.
The next leap year.
Who knows?
Will we be around for the next 4? We are coming up on another birthday of iamGEEK, though, too. It's at the end of March, so we've got a little bit. But towards the beginning of April, we became a show, which is funny because it's also around the same time that we started Living with the Landspeeder. Both shows started in April.
Oh, wait.
Which is crazy.
Conspiracy.
I think so.
I blame it on the leap year.
I don't know how we did it, but we did.
And I hear your Living with Landspeeder partner is having his own new YouTube show.
Yeah, I didn't even ask us to be on it.
No.
He asked for suggestions for the name of the show, but didn't use any.
Yeah, he asked me on it, but I mean that was.
Of course.
He asked you for suggestions?
No, he didn't.
He asked Ryan and me on Facebook Messenger.
He did?
Yeah. At 6 o'clock in the morning.
So, 6 o'clock. I was asleep.
Yeah.
How did I miss that?
I don't know. But he already had a name in mind, so it didn't.
Let's be frank. Let's be frank.
Let's be Frank Travels. Yeah, his name is Frank.
Wow,
that makes sense.
Post.
Well, Derek Frank.
Derek's outrageous park exploration.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that.
That was dope. Yeah, that's
so dope.
How did I miss all that?
You were asleep.
I'm just gonna start giving him names now because I know he's asleep now. I'll just start giving him more names. So I don't know what his plan is for it.
So his plan is he has a tech and like musician kind of channel now today, right? Because he's big into microphones and gear for music and sound and all this. And he's tried to do his Disney content there, and it's just not worked because it's just not the same crowd, right?
Yeah.
So he decided to separate that brand, I guess, and start this new show and have talk about traveling to Disney, maybe give tips and talk about his travels and talk about living with the land speeder, I'm sure.
But he better.
Yeah. So maybe he plans to go to Disney a whole lot more. He is going.
He better. If he's going,
he is going to Star Wars Celebration in
Japan.
Next year, 2025. Yeah, I think so. So that's probably part of it too, because I'm sure he's going to the parks out there as well.
I've got a ticket for Disneyland that expires in 2025. I need to figure out how I can use it.
Yes.
So that is, you can check out his channel, The Dazzling Adventures of Derek the Free.
No, that's not right. Let's be frank.
Check out his show, Derek's Odyssey on YouTube. Check out his show. Frankly, dear, I don't give a Derek on YouTube.
I thought it was going to be done. I don't give a Frank.
Well, I said frankly, so and then I used Derek.
Frankly, dear, I don't give it.
I don't give a Derek.
I don't give a Derek.
Yeah, that's better. You should use that.
Yeah, we should. Derek, if you're listening, you should change it to frankly, dear, I don't give a. Frankly, Derek. Disney, I don't give a Derek.
Ooh,
there you go. Perfect.
Workshop. Okay. Frank, I want that on a t-shirt. Frankly, Disney, I don't give a Derek.
There you go.
A new phrase. I'm going to use that in everyday life.
I think you should. Say it to your kids all the time.
Can we call this episode Frankly, Dear, I don't give a Derek? Leap year edition.
I like it. God. Perfect.
Write it down.
I'm writing it.
He's gonna open up his podcast stuff and be like, "What the heck is this thing?"
And he'll have to listen all the way to the
Frankly, end. Disney, I don't give a Derek.
That's what podcasts do, right? You title your episode out of something you talk about at the very end, so people are like, what does this have to do with what they're talking? I'll have to listen to the whole thing.
I want to start another channel that just reviews his new channel called Frankly Disney, I don't give a Derek, and I just review all of his videos.
I think this has to be done.
That would be so freaking hell. Or even just a TikTok. Today we're reviewing the newest episode of what's it called? What's his channel? Let's be frank.
Let's be frank.
Here we see Derek in his
it could be
tight black shirt again. Yes, I was giving him a hard time. I was like, because he's got a picture that he made. And it's cool. And I was like, if you're not wearing that outfit for every video, then I'm going to be very disappointed. Frankly, Disney, I don't give a Derek.
Episode 1, still no outfit.
Still no outfit. All right, cool. I think that's a good place to end it.
It's a perfect place to end it.
Thank you for listening and watching. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Hit that bell icon if you want to. Join us on Patreon.
No,
we don't have a Patreon.
If you think we should have Patreon and you want to give us money for whatever
if
reason,
you think we should have a Patreon, let us know, because then it could just basically the Patreon would just pay for, because we wouldn't have all
the hosting,
the hosting and stuff, which would be nice.
Maybe a couple shirts.
Yeah. We should look into that. I don't know if it costs anything to do that. Just put it out there. I don't know. Anyways, there's what?
I'm sure there's a cost because you don't get all the money that somebody gives you $5. You probably get 3 or 2 of it.
Well, yeah, but I don't know if there's like I don't know if there's an upfront cost. It doesn't matter. Frankly, Disney, I don't give a. No, yeah, Derek.
Whoa.
It's a clean podcast.
If you listen to us on Apple Podcasts, 5-star reviews are great. Help us out a lot. I think you could do something on Spotify now too.
Spotify has they have a way to answer question about the episode too. We can set up questions. That's more so on the other one because that's where we host the other one. But there's that. There's also Good Pods. Good Pods is an up and coming podcast listener thing, whatever app, and they're trying to get more indie podcasts, more views and listens and all that. So check out Good Pods. We've been at the top of some lists with Living with Landspeeder, kind of in the middle of the comedy section for iamGEEK. Apparently we're in comedy, but
frankly, Disney,
waka waka,
yeah, give it, Derek. Well, cool. So share it with your friends if they want to laugh, if they like Disney or Star Wars or Marvel or whatever.
Want to laugh at us? Go ahead.
If they love leap year,
who does?
Just give them this episode, and they'll be like, "Wow, that was amazing! I can't wait to listen to that show 4 years from now." Anyways, we'll see you not next week, but the next week. Join us on Living with the Landspeeder next week. We'll hopefully have a guest. We got to get Chris back on there if he has time for us. He's busy.
No, just so many things. I got so many pregnant piñatas to make. I mean, they're gonna fly off the shelves.
Yeah. Let us know how that goes. Anyways. All right. We'll see you next time on iamGEEK for something new and something fun. Of course, something geeky.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.